They say beauty's in the eye of the beholder. It's a beautiful thing to see this place here in order. Got my things now, I sit back and try to relax. Watch the shadows dancing from the fire contact. The flame flickers while I hear these constant whispers, turning slowly to screams. My mood.
The album review. I try to switch it up a little bit, like compare albums, like not only give them 5 stars meaning classic, 4 meaning 4.5 is like damn near classic, 4 meaning 4 stars meaning like very good album of the year contention, but 3 worth checking out, 2 and 1 is just trash. Okay, it's no point of. It's trash, right? Waste of time, effort, and studio time, right? And energy. All right, we got Killer Mike. Can somebody look up the title? Because I had it on my phone. Michael, right? And then you have GUNNA album. And what's the name of that again? Because only ratted on 69 people, not playing. Don't give
Gift and Curse.
Gift and Curse, yep. Both of these guys are out of Atlanta, right? Correct? And I think we said on our second episode, I guess I said, when we was talking about the Young Thug, wasn't the first one? Young Thug trial, the RICO charge, right? And this young man was involved in that. I try to go into the album, with a clear space of what you were saying earlier, unbiased, a non-biased way of looking at things. I wanted, well, first of all, it's hard for me to listen to a whole album of that new school Migos type of flow. Okay. Right? Now, when young guys present their music to me, I already know I'm not getting bars. Mm-hmm. What I'm listening for is the beat and the cadence, right? I can listen to a song or two, but I can't just stand there and listen to a whole album. And for crying out loud, stop it with the 20 songs of the same thing over. The ops, drinking, got my gun, and my busted baby. Go baby, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I was listening to GUNNA album, right? Shockingly, from beginning to end, the first 5 songs sounded like Migo-like. Because, my ears are not adapted to, knowing the differences. Like, my son, he know the differences. I'm like, yo, is that the Migos? Nah, Dad, that's somebody. Is that? No, that's it. I'm like, they all sound the same. And we've been accused in our time, you know what I'm saying? Everybody sound like Nas and Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? So, anyway, first 5 songs sound like Migos, right? Then it got to the 6th song. I'm like, okay, he started. Now my ears are starting to adapt. He has his own identity, right? But it was a hard listening because I didn't want to go into the album listening to a rat, you know what I'm saying? Accused of being a informant, right? But the whole song, I don't even got the track list, but somebody give me the track list.
So back at it, back to the room. I don't know no more. Payback.
Payback was dealing with people accusing him of snitching, and he was going to get him back. What's the next one?
Cash. Cash shit.
What's the next one after there's another one?
Oh, fuck you mean, Rodeo Drive.
F you mean. That's people accusing him of ratting again. He spent his whole album trying to clear his name. Right? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm old, so he spent, born rich, that's braggadocio stuff. I mean, every rapper does that, right? Bread and butter. Let's see. Turn your back. I was just thinking. All these songs are based on GUNNA trying to clear his name. Listen, I'm not an informant. I was tricked by the DA or whatever the case may be, right? And whoever says that I'm a snitch, I'm coming for him. Because I think he made a statement like that. He said, whoever called me out, I'm going to come for him and beat him up or whatever the case may be. But sonically, the album was pretty dope, right? I like the production on there, it was smooth. Bars, I'm gonna be fair. Although he was talking about the same thing, I was intrigued on how his delivery. His delivery was dope. I will say that. But as far as the concept and of the album, I'm not feeling that. I'm gonna give it a 3. If he didn't make it so imperative that to convince people that he wasn't a government informant, and it was just, if he just blocked that out and just made music, I probably would enjoy this album and gave it like a 4. Right, so what you guys think? I think the gift and the curse is him signing that.
So, first thing, right, is I understand that whole thing of feeling like when you listen to him, you can't help but think about him being a government informant.
Yeah, I tried to block it out, man. I couldn't.
But at the back of my head is like, it got me, thinking about why do we place as black people, black culture, why do we place so much of an emphasis of being a snitch, right?
Not just us, Italians do it.
Italians, but
every culture does it.
Everybody, but we really have emphasis to being a snitch to a point where being a snitch can completely derail someone's career. Case in point, Gunna. Yeah. And so it's not unsurprising on the album that he's trying to spend his time clearing his name, given that our culture will cancel you, will dishonor you for being a snitch. So, and it's kind of weird sometimes.
Shout out to King Erna too.
King Erna. But for our culture, like I feel like if you're in the streets, right, and you're about that life, I can understand why being a snitch is a real bad thing. But if you're growing up in Denver, Colorado, or Montana or somewhere, you're a black person up in Denver, why does it matter if someone's snitching or not? What is it?
It does. It's a code. I mean, every nationality got it. I'm sure if you go in Towson, whatever organized crime they got going on there, right? And somebody, in your field, one does with tech, right? And computer hacking and stuff like that, right? Not saying it's you, but let's say, hypothetically speaking, you was in a ring with, computer hackers, right? And everybody's making money, right? Everybody's living good. Right. And it was one mode or somebody that's ratted, and it's gonna bring everybody down for hundreds of years, right? Right? They never come home, right? That's hypothetically speaking, right? Don't you think that's dishonor for a person who was involved in that situation? If you get caught, that's on you. Now, to dive deeper into that, there should be some type of moral code where if that person get caught and he keeps his mouth, he or her keep their mouth shut, the people who haven't got caught should make sure that person's family is straight. That person shouldn't have a want behind those bars, right? For as long as they can, right? They should have something. There's no honor amongst thieves, right? So I think that it's just a disingenuous, like, okay, the lion bit me on my leg. Y'all come back and get 18. Hell no, you got caught by that lion. We gone. We jumping the fence.
Well, my thing is, for an average person, it don't seem to have much relevance.
Oh, yes, it do.
Why is it that we draw the line at snitching? That's what would stop us from listening to someone. Not fornication, not, drugs, not, violence and sex. We draw the line at, I ain't listening to that nigga. And as soon as he starts snitching, that's it. You know what I mean? That's it. You know what I mean? And it's like, I can understand if you are, if you are, if you on the streets and
that's your code.
That's your code, and I can understand why you would not want to be associated with someone. But if you grow up in Denver, Colorado, you ain't never seen streets. You come from a two-parent background. They both got college degrees. You've been put through college.
Straight ways through it.
I disagree. I don't think that you need to be in the streets to have that type of moral compass. I just think that it's just something dealing with what's the word I'm looking for? Morality, or just morally thinking.
To a degree.
Even to a person with a 9 to 5, right?
wrong.
If
It is wrong.
if everybody, you know, the company's having a meeting, right? Excuse me, and they say, well, everybody's gonna be out of a job tomorrow. You worrying about the people who've been on their job for 20 years or whatever, looking for retirement, right? This person that's got that raise, this person that's got that promotion. Why is it? The people want to say, so why are we going down? Because somebody ratted out the human resources and blah, 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 what was going down, so now everybody got to lose their job. If that person would have kept their mouth shut, people would still have their job. So no matter where, it doesn't have to be in the streets. It's the fact that someone took it amongst themselves to bring everybody down with them. And that's what makes it look ugly. Like if you get caught or in trouble, man up and own it. Don't bring down no one else.
So my thing is, I'm not saying morally it's foul. It's nasty.
And that's why we have a hard time listening to stuff like that.
What I'm saying, my point is, to the average person, why is that the most significant thing that will bankrupt you morally? That would.
Because it's probably the worst sin in we talking about the hood, right? Hold on, so we talking about the hood, right?
No, we talking about the. I'm talking about the average person.
No, but let's say
Say the non-hood individual.
yeah, but let's stick to the hood. Because
it affects everybody, right?
No, but let's stick to the hood. I was just trying to break down the moral code of why it looks ugly.
Within the hood.
But let's stick to the culture of the hood and hip hop and everything else.
No doubt.
That is the greatest sin.
No doubt.
So he allegedly he committed the greatest sin.
Right.
So therefore it's going to be a hard listen to him. And that's why it took a lot of me, more so than him being a new school artist and me having a certain ear for hip hop. It was more so I'm listening to an accused rat. Nothing else he says matter. You know what I'm saying? People was more willing to forgive Young Buck, right? And Young Buck was accused of messing around with the training, right? But everybody's like, oh, Young Buck, you know, he taught this killing and stuff like that. Once again, people not deciphering what's real from reality. But since we're saying entertainment, you're not even true to your entertainment no more. You're not even true to your lie. He's not true to his lie. Because in his own music, from what I heard, kill a rat, execute a rat, and then I can't listen to you no more.
But so I 100% respect that opinion. And I like, if you're on the streets, 100%. That make a lot of sense. But I'm saying the average hip hop, there's so many consumers of hip hop, right? And I don't speak for everybody that's out there consuming. The white boy out in Montana, you know, the suburban guys, suburban kids, so on and so forth. Why is it that they find where they draw them up? Because some of them say it, where they're like, please, oh yeah, snitch, I can't do it. Right. And then there's so many other things that they miss that they seemingly don't care about. You know what I mean? So why is it our culture where that is in the streets? If you're involved in the streets, I 100% get you. Like that is the ultimate thing, the ultimate, you know, dishonorable thing you can do. But to the other people, you should be questioning, why is that, you know, how does that affect your everyday life? That he, you know, was an informant and so on and so forth. And that's my point on it.
Yeah. That's a big deal though. And the funny thing about it is, like, say, to go along with that, I can understand that's kind of the argument that, what's the name? 6ix9ine?
Yeah.
6ix9ine was using that argument all the way. When he was like, look, they didn't honor the code. Why should I have to honor the code? That was his whole argument pretty much was. You know what I mean? So in a way, that's what I'm saying. Like, say, from what he's saying, when you think about you understand the hood side of it, right? But the non-hood side of it that doesn't see that part of it, they're saying, why are you jumping in the same thing? That's what he's trying to like. Why are you jumping in with the same opinion when it doesn't even affect you the same way? Why is he less legitimate?
It should be hard listening to those. It don't matter too.
Right.
I guess it does apply to the people who take that type of moral code to heart. You get what I'm saying? Everybody has a different moral code they take to heart. You know what I'm saying? You made a point, like you have Eminem was talking about what? killing his moms in one of the songs or whatever. I mean, that should be an ultimate sin right there, right? A listener like somebody should say, I'm not listening to a mother killer. You know what I'm saying? He talking about killing his mom,
And
right?
blow up.
You know what I'm saying? But just say if he really did it and got away with it, or he made a song from prison like Shine did, right?
Yeah.
Or people still gonna listen to him and say, "Oh man, he's a mother killer." I don't. You get what I'm saying? So I mean,
Be intrigued with it.
yeah.
Maybe people want to listen to him.
What you feel about snitching? What you feel about snitching, man? Remember, you're on camera. You know, this new generation different, man. They built different than how we are. You know what I'm saying? They built different, but
I have no problem with Fit personally.
oh my God, cut that out. Cut that. His blood don't run through mine, ladies and gentlemen. Cut that.
He didn't affect me. He didn't affect me. I mean, like, I'm not a Gunna fan person. His album is trash, I'll be honest. But I mean, I have no right to look at somebody different because they snitched or somebody else. I don't know if it's true or not, you know? So to
You know,
them,
if it was true, you still don't like true.
I mean, you really care. You know?
That's real. This generation, man,
That's real. That's practical thinking.
I mean, because it doesn't really, because I don't know him personally, it doesn't really affect me. Now, if it was to happen to me, and I don't know, then that's a different story because you know you never know how you feel about something.
We were in this together.
Yeah, but I'm
Like from my personal, my brother's killer's in jail because of a snitch. But his home is different.
Yeah.
Man.
But we said that though. We said that when the shoe was on the other side of the
It's a different thing.
shoe.
Yeah. When you're a family looking for help and answers,
There's someone coming out with the answer. Right.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's just a weird dynamic. And I understand when you talking about whistleblowing, like in law, for example.
Yeah.
A lot of people lost their jobs, but we live in a culture where it's going to come out in the wash anyway, whether somebody speeds it up, don't speed it up.
So you're
Karma
saying,
always comes home.
so you're saying, if I'm getting this correctly, it should be looked at on an individual basis. Meaning because you're looking at it from a victim standpoint, right?
Right.
Yeah, so
Like you're glad that
I would say individual basis. I would say that the black community has a lot of reevaluation to do when it comes to the term snitch. You know what I mean? Because the people that are toxic in our community, the ones who made that rule, and we are obeying the toxic rule makers, like, think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what gives them status to make a rule that only protects them?
Right.
That's it. It don't protect us. It don't protect us. It protects them.
and to a degree, no, not to a degree, and you're allowing evil to
Right.
spread across the land. But here's the thing, though.
If you go at the camera and be interviewed,
I'm about to you took the words out of my mouth. He said if a serial killer was living next door, he wouldn't inform the neighbors.
that's why he's saying shit. But he said that for his audience. You don't mean that. Because when it hits home, he'd want to know who the serial killer is.
Yeah, because what's outside your door will enter your house if you're not careful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got a house. You living in a house with young children, young girls. Pedophile next door.
But you're not gonna say no.
You just gonna let it be. You just gonna let it be. You know, just let them walk. Just let them walk on. Just no. You don't gotta take them to school.
It's a very sensitive topic, man. It's a very sensitive topic. Me personally, you know, I'm always going to take the Islamic stand on it. It's like, as the Quran says, you see a munkar, evil, stop it with your hands. If you're unable to stop it with your hands, then what's the next one? It says to
Pray for it.
pray for it. Now that's the weakest form of faith. To speak up against it.
Speak something.
And if you can't speak up against it, then pray it away.
That someone else. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, it's a very tricky topic, and
It needs exploration and reevaluation.
yeah, because the same people that we keeping our mouth shut about is going to be, God forbid, be the same person that take one of your loved ones out.
Right.
Let me put this one thing out there. It's not always safe or practical to tell. Sometimes people want to do the right thing, but it don't always make sense for your safety.
Because the police don't protect them.
Protect you. And that points to the difference issue altogether. So you know, like I was telling you the other day, I saw someone
Cut that. Cut that. Go ahead, man. Finish the story, man. Somebody you know.
Somebody. All right, who you do?
Okay.
Someone I know.
Okay, gotcha.
Was called. Was looking outside of the window.
Okay.
And they saw a person beating on a woman across the street. Okay. And then this person decided that rather than get involved, they called the police to the scene. And to me, that makes perfect sense. Because if you go out there and intervene, there's a good potential that you might get shot.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. Or that person could be beating up on your wife.
Both may join in. Whoa,
That's what happened in North Avenue. Yep. Somebody joined in. The guy was trying to step at the mess of the spirit, and the girlfriend and the boyfriend start stabbing him, and he's dead.
Yep.
He tried to, but that is just Killer Mike. I guess I speak for everybody here, unless y'all disagree. 4.5 stars. Go check the album out. It's beautiful. It's called Michael, right? Dope. It gives you that old feeling of. It took me back to the Dungeon Family days with Outkast, Goody Mob, and so forth. He brought that back to Atlanta, old school with a new school vibe to it, and it's a dope album. I listened to it about twice, 3 times. I'll probably relive it. Come back a little later on, because you can't judge a classic just like that. You gotta let it sit for a while and come back and say, but this one of those albums gonna age real well. So Killer Mike, man, you listening, man, dope album. You know what I'm saying? Gunna, you know what I'm saying? No shame in your game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? We we as black men support any black man that's trying to better themselves. And that's as far as we can go with that one. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Any last words before I sign out?
I think you pretty much covered it.
Okay. So
very high energy, soulful, classic.
So that that was.
Hit them with the subscribe.
Oh yeah. Subscribe in the subscription, please. Like, notifications, share. Don't be a hater. You know who you are, you guys. I get it all the time. Oh, nice show. Keep it going. I don't see no comments in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nobody sharing anything. Don't tell me it's a nice show. We know that. Share it. You know what I'm saying? Press like. Get those algorithms up. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a link in the subscription for us clothes and everything. I hope you get it right this time, because I still did this. You know what I'm saying? So, support the show, support the cast, support everybody. You know what I'm saying? And this is your boy Adam Hill, my partner in crime.
Sick cousin governor.
And this is Guessillsayit. You're dealing with Keystone Productions. Pause, Swab. We out.
The flame flickers while I hear these constant whispers, turning slowly to screams. My mood is falling like timber. I remember watching this man near his desk staring blanket. Wondered what was in his dreams. What was he thinking? As the night falls, my body feels weak from hunger. All alone in the dark.